You ever hear a story that just doesn't add up? The kind that makes you look over your shoulder just for a second? This is one of those. It was a Tuesday night in a quiet suburb. A convenience store robbery gone wrong. The clerk, a man named Frank, was shot and killed. The security camera was a blurry, grainy mess. But there was a witness. A woman named Sarah, who was pumping gas across the street. She gave a statement to the police. She was sure, absolutely positive. She saw a man, about 6 feet tall, wearing a dark hoodie and jeans, run from the store and jump into a blue sedan. She even got a partial plate. The investigation focused on finding that blue car. But here's where it gets strange. A week later, the lead detective gets a call. It's Sarah. She's agitated. She says she needs to talk. She says she remembered something else. She tells the detective that when the man ran out, he wasn't just holding the cash drawer. He was holding something else. A small, red toy car. One of those cheap ones from a gumball machine. And he dropped it. Right by the curb. She saw it glint under the streetlight. The detective is confused. This wasn't in her original statement. Why would a robber be carrying a toy car? They go back to the scene. They scour the area. Nothing. No toy car. The case goes cold for months. Then, a break. They find the blue sedan, abandoned in a different state. The owner, a man with a solid alibi, he was at a wedding 200 miles away. His car was reported stolen the day before the robbery. So if he didn't do it, who did? And why did Sarah see his car? The detective, now obsessed, goes back to Sarah. He asks her to walk him through it again. Every single detail. And she does. But this time, she adds something new. She says the man. He looked back. Just for a split second. And he wasn't scared. He was smiling. This detail chills the detective. It doesn't fit. Panicked robbers don't smile. He starts to pull at the thread. He looks into Sarah's background. Nothing. She's a librarian. Spotless record. But he finds an old news article from 15 years prior in a different city. A similar convenience store robbery. A clerk was killed. The only witness? A young woman whose description matches a younger Sarah. That case was also never solved. The detective confronts her. Gently. He asks about the old case. Sarah freezes. She claims she has no memory of it. She was in a bad place back then, she says. Trauma can block things out. But the detective doesn't buy it. He thinks she remembers everything. He thinks she's not a witness. He thinks she's a connection. Maybe she knew both victims. Maybe the toy car was a message. A signature. Or maybe it was a token left specifically for her to see. The official file says the case remains open. Unsolved. But the detective, in a private memo, wrote a final theory. He believes Sarah remembered too much. Not about the crime she saw, but about a crime from her past. And someone, the real killer, knew she would. The blue sedan, the smile, the toy car. It was all a performance. For her. So, who was the audience? And what did she really witness? Sometimes, the truth isn't what you see. It's what someone wants you to remember.